Hi everyone, I'm Joe, and this is a crash course for Dudes on a Map virtual grid paper. So, Dudes on a Map is designed to be prepared in advance on the Map Manager tab here. You can add your maps to the current campaign, saving as you go, of course. Maps can be configured with a grid or a simple scale and configurable token size. Um, and There's also a handy grid wizard to help you match to grid lines that might already be on your map, but otherwise you can simply scale the grid to about what looks right for you. Um, there's a number of configurable options down below, as including your cell game size, so you can set whether you're working in feet or meters, miles or kilometers, and how many of those units each square on the grid is. And you can change your grid color as well. Dudes on a Map is designed to be used with Fog of War on your maps. So as the game master, you'll see this fog as semi-transparent. Uh, However, your players will see it as a black overlay, and it'll hide anything underneath it. Um, there are a couple additional layers and some additional drawing tools, but the basic tool of drawing a rectangle of fog is pretty useful, and you can get into these other tools as much as you need. They're fairly intuitive and pretty easy to use once you learn everything. Down in the bottom right, we have our token drawer, which includes the ability to add generic tokens of any color and to our maps, as well as pre-configured other tokens like that. And we can add to our token drawer by going over to the NPC and token manager view here. You simply click add token. You can select the new token and give it a name, a picture if you like, set its size and how it's displayed on the map. It's worth noting that you don't need a token for everything because you can come in and click on an existing token and customize all of these settings on an individual basis as well. So you really only need items that you have a lot of in your token drawer, such as goblins and things like that. Um, the campaign settings tab here allows you to create new campaigns that will have their own list of maps and switch between existing campaigns as needed. The list of maps for each campaign is here, and you can select whether or not a map will show up in your hotbar, as well as erase maps uh, permanently. There's a way to import built-in settings, so if you're not playing D&D 5th edition, it might be worth a quick look-see to see what other systems are supported there. And if not, there's a lot of fairly straightforward settings here that you can choose based on your preferences and the game rules you have. Um, and we do have support for both numeric and symbolic dice. So if you're playing a narrative dice system like Genesis or Star Wars, you can set that up here. However, I hope to have both of those scenarios covered in the built-in config soon. Um, the local settings tab has options for changing your UI color. Since the default color of red can be problematic for colorblind folks, that's an important thing to note. Um, There are also options for enabling auto updates, hiding tooltips on the map, and sending error reports to me if Dudes on a Map crashes or has some other internal errors, along with some helpful links to our tutorials and some useful drawing and art programs or websites. Once you're all prepared in Dudes on a Map, you simply come over to the Game Lobby tab here in the top left, and you can choose whether you host a server on your PC. Your players can also host for you if they are tech savvy enough to configure port forwarding, or you can get a room on the public servers. During launch, I have no idea how slammed this system is going to be, and since it's an indie project, the servers are not up to a huge amount of traffic, I don't believe. So don't bank on the public servers for your game, especially if you're playing on a weekend or something. So we can host our game here, and since we're playing as the game master, we can also launch a player window. And that player will automatically join the game and launch a window on your computer of the Dudes on the Map player client. Once you ready as the game master, you can start the game, and once the player is ready, they will join you. You don't have to wait for everybody to ready before you send over your first map. So once you've selected a map to start on, you simply click the update view, which you will have to do each time you make changes to the map or switch to a different map. You have the ability to drag your players onto the map by opening up the little players drawer here, or your players have their own characters available in the hotbar in their top left, and they can drag themselves onto the map. During play, you have the option to roll for initiative, which invokes our built-in initiative system, and it simply lays out whose turn it is throughout play. And you have a little dice tray here where you can roll dice, and as a DM, your dice aren't shared. However, players that roll dice will pop up on your screen as well, so you can confirm their results. And you'll notice that there are a few marker tools that have been added to the bar here. These allow you to leave annotations for the players, and the players have the option to do the same for you. And you can erase these marks with a single click down here on the windshield wiper and eraser icons. And that's enough to get you rolling with Dudes on a Map, I hope. If there are things that aren't intuitive about the system, feel free to reach out to me via Steam or Discord, which you can find our Discord server linked here in the top left of the game lobby. And let me know what you're struggling with. I designed Dudes to be easily approachable to beginners and first timers, and I'm always willing to help. And if it's something that's pretty unclear about Dudes on a Map, I would certainly like to change it. So I hope you enjoy your time with the program and happy rolling.